Second semester of art across the curriculum was just as exciting as the first semester. Wendy Callahar wanted her geometry students to learn two-point perspective. I provided some examples to teach her first, and then went into the classroom to work with the students. I worked with June Whedon again, this time on the book Fountainhead. After reading the book, I asked her if she provided architectural terms so that the kids could make some of the connections. She said she provided some, so I went ahead and created a visual architectural history of architectural terms. I also made the connection while reading the book between the character Rourke and Frank Lloyd Wright. I did some research and found that Ms. Rand did base her character, Rourke, on Wright, so I produced a document for the students about this progressive architect, considering that he was so modern for his time. I also found a three-dimensional program online for the students. They were able to get on, look at different clients and building sites, and then come up with a 3D model of some architecture they created themselves. I just want to note that the documents I've been using to produce examples for teachers is Pages. I've been using this program for years. I think it is the most flexible program and easy to use. Kim Messer asked me to come up with an idea for portfolio covers for English 11 classes. I found this idea on Pinterest, which is my favorite resource. I took profile photos of all of her students, printed them, and then they traced their outlines on provided paper and came up with their own unique personal covers. She passed this idea on to Dean Dyer, and I did the same thing for his classes, taking over 120 student photos for this project.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops.
Kim Rapert wanted to expand an idea she had on her poetry section and fragmented art. I provided some examples, and the students created their own artwork after reading poetry. Kim and I also took her AP students and my NAHS students to the Detroit Institute of Art to bring some of the art examples we both have been talking about to life.
Dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't
June Whedon wanted an additional project for Fountainhead. She wanted her students to create an architectural building in modern design, comparing it to the designs during the era in which Fountainhead was written, 1920s, 1930s. My visit to Oak Park, Illinois, to see 8 Frank Lloyd Wright homes over spring break inspired me for this project. I spent around 4 hours creating 2 different two-point perspective homes with a Wright and Sullivan style. The students were given a simple two-point perspective box to create a modern design of their own. Susan Abbey wanted an art project for her CI students. I knew her students would be successful with watercolor techniques. I created a design on a grid and determined how many different colored squares would be needed. I taught Susan and her aides the 3 separate watercolor techniques: splatter, sponge, and marbleize. I created a short movie about mosaics for her students and then let them create at their own pace. When all the squares were complete, I created the mosaic and hung it for the students to observe.
way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
I feel like this turned out to be one of the most exciting projects that we did all semester. The students actually wrote their own learning statements. When I hung the mosaic, They didn't see it. We brought them out to look at it up close, and then we had them back down the hall and observe what they saw, because as you know, a mosaic gets better as you get farther away and your eyes see all the colors and blend it together. So you need to pay attention to this video because it was really awesome to get their kids to talk.
Different than this?
I don't know.
Is this a different than this? Look how this is the smooth. There's one I love. I love that one. And look at this. Look at. Can you see? And this was spongy, I'm thinking. This was splatter, right? And this was shaving cream, and this was shaving cream. Right?
Yeah.
Look at. That's beautiful.
So kind of start backing away slowly down the hall.
I can still see swirls.
Walk backwards till we know what it is.
Not too fast. Look, can you still see the difference?
You can see it now. What do you see?
How many flowers do you see?
3.
3. Now back away a little bit farther and look at it.
Yeah, awkward.
What's the focus like? Is it getting clear? Does it still look like flowers? Yes. What kind of flowers, Casey? Do you know?
Orange.
See shades of orange?
Yes.
What other colors?
Orange and red. Yellow.
Keep going.
I'm gonna fix that.
All right, stop. Sorry. What do you notice now? What, Richard? Blue clouds, sky. All right, you didn't see that before, did you? What about the green? You think it's grass?
What was your favorite technique? Can somebody just tell me?
Shaving cream.
The shaving cream? Why did you like that the best?
Because it's smooth.
Because it's smooth and it's soft. Lindsay, you said you didn't like it. Why?
Because of the smell.
Because of the smell? Can somebody tell me which one was your worst technique? Which one was the one you disliked the most?
Mine was the splatter.
The splatter? Why? Isn't it fun just to splash paint all over the place?
Well, yeah, but I just don't like it when it's on me. I just don't like it when it's on me.
Awesome. That's an awesome answer. So how about the sponge part? Did you like that or not?
And you did it sometimes.
You did it sometimes there? Yeah? And it was okay? Yeah? Shaving cream was the most fun, but not the smell. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I took photos of the student handprints in Jana Clayson's room before it disappeared, photoshopped mistakes out, printed, and then laminated them for her new room. And 4 students worked hard to produce 4 shoes for a contest to earn money for the art program. We did not make it into the next round, but my students learned a lesson in dedication. Dean Dyer asked if I had any students who could help design a logo for his play, Would You Like Fries with Your Murder? And since my 2 recommendations bailed on him, I created the logo for that. The NEHS missed out on an opportunity to create bra art as we did last year, so the girls asked if our male teachers would be models if we produced artwork specific to those teachers, and we raised over $400 for our society. And finally, I ended the year with an art show at the Crossings like we do every year, and I take students out to help me set up the artwork.
Bluebirds fly.